This podcast is a proud member of the UUOP network.
Welcome aboard the Port Key Passport, with service to magical destinations around the world. Please fasten your seatbelt, put your seat in whatever position you prefer, and set electronic devices to subscribe. If you are seated in an exit row, no one cares. Please ensure young children are securely elsewhere. Hosts, please prepare for takeoff.
This is episode 30 of the Port Key Passport. Hello, I'm Jack, your host for today's episode, and I would love to introduce you to my co-host, Brittney.
Hey.
Oh, Tionni.
What up?
And Tricia.
Boo, 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 boo.
Oh, wow.
You'll get it as we go into
I got
the
it.
show.
No, I got it.
A residential foghorn, Tricia.
Wow. I was like, where's this going? And then I was like, oh, okay. I got it.
I think that was kind of a good hint for today's episode, because today we are going to get away from the hustle and bustle of the theme parks and start exploring the amazing world of Disney Cruise Line. Woohoo! We will be diving into the ships, the itineraries, entertainment, private islands, and of course, our favorite, all the food. Tricia has recently sailed on a Disney cruise, and she will be giving you all of the tea, a few tips and tricks to help make your vacation more fun and less stress. Before we get into the details, what's everyone's perspective of the Disney Cruise Line? Is it a bucket list item? Y'all in, y'all out? Is it for you? What do you think?
Oh, yeah. It's definitely a bucket list item. I want to go. I think I've been convinced just through lots of videos that I've watched that this is not just for kids. They definitely make it adult friendly. We give us our own spaces. There's a lot of good. I hear the food's amazing. So yeah, I definitely want to go someday.
Yeah. We had planned on going this fall, but we have switched it to spring just because of PTO purposes, but that's fine.
Is it fine? Is it fine, Jack?
It is fine because
Okay.
we were gonna do the Halloween cruise, but
right.
It's not like that's going away. I'm very excited. I'm still excited. And I will sit there and I will go down a rabbit hole on TikTok on Disney Cruise Line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to do a Disney cruise. I've always heard that that's the way to go if you're going to do a cruise, and that it's going to ruin pretty much any other cruise line for you once you do it. But I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and it's just, I think forever I thought it was just for kids, like it was just for families, but if you actually do a deep dive into what is on the cruise ships, especially the newer ones, they definitely cater to adults as well.
Oh, yeah. Because I want to relax. I just want to chill. I'm not into a party cruise. But
you can still have a party on these cruises, let me tell you.
Oh, Tricia got into some stuff, y'all.
All right.
Well, let's go ahead. Let's get started because I think we have a lot to cover. I will go ahead and start with some of the history. We have to go back to 1985. Everybody loves the 80s. Back then, Disney was partnered with Premier Cruises for themed vacation packages, which included the cruise and a trip to Disney World.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm in for that. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Right.
These lasted until 1993 because Disney was actually wanting more control over the cruise experience. And I'm glad they wanted that control.
Right.
Disney then established Disney Cruise Line in 1995, securing the Disney Magic, which its maiden voyage was in 1998, And then the Disney Wonder, whose maiden voyage was in 1999. Then we had the Disney Dream, which was added in 2011. So that was a big gap there. Disney Fantasy was added in 2012. And then we have another big gap, and we got the Disney Wish back in 2022. And then just recently, in December of 2024, we got the Disney Treasure. Disney has also stated they are going to add 4 more ships by 2031. Which, don't that sound like far away, but it's really not.
Yeah.
Right.
And then, so that means by 2031, we will have 13 ships total.
They got to catch up with Royal Caribbean. So they're just
Right.
like, there's like, we have to keep making ships.
Is that a Taylor Swift Easter egg or 13
Oh my God.
ships?
I don't know what the heck y'all are talking about.
All the Disney Swifties out there, you know what I'm talking about.
And if you're not a Swiftie, you're not welcome.
Oh,
It's okay. I'm good.
Tionni said bye.
Logged off.
But yeah, so I think that's pretty significant, right? 13 ships.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to, I don't know how many the other cruise lines have, but that sounds like a lot to me.
One of them better be based on the Era Store. The 13th ship better be the Era.
Yeah,
okay?
All
Disney?
I know is I came across, I did hop on TikTok is always like, here's some Disney Cruise Line stuff. And today they were like, hey, here's Alaskan Cruises. And I'm like, ooh, I'm all about that as well. But anyway.
You want to go to Alaska?
Oh, I would love to.
Oh my gosh, I want to do an Alaskan cruise so bad. I would thrive. I want to see those glaciers. I want to see whales. I want to get those king crab legs.
That's the real reason.
Okay. I just want to port in Alaska and have king crab.
A girl can dream, all right?
Right? Well, speaking of dreaming, now you know about the ships. Imagine what your room is going to be like. And there are several different types. And I'm going to head over and let Brittney handle this part. Brittney, tell us about the cabins.
Oh, I don't know anything about the cabins. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
There's lots of different options for you. So if you are not bougie, there are inside cabins. I'm just kidding. But really the most affordable ones are the inside cabins. They are usually so they sleep 3 to 4 guests. And they're usually kind of like in the heart of the ship. So it puts you closer to like the activities, the restaurants, the lounges, all that jazz. And then a couple of the ships, I know for sure the Dream and the Fantasy have this. They have magic portholes in your room that'll have like kind of like a cartoon view of the ocean with like characters, and then they'll also show like real-time views. So that's pretty cool because I feel like being in an inside room, I would be very claustrophobic. And I would need to at least feel like I had a way out of that room.
I think kids would love that, especially with the animation going on.
Yeah, I think that's super cool that they did that.
Yeah.
So if you want to step it up a little bit, your next your next option, I don't know why I said version, is an ocean view room. Those sleep 3 to 5 guests. They have actual porthole windows. And some have just like regular windows as well. But these have a split bathroom design. So somebody can be pooping while someone is brushing their teeth. And not in the same room.
Nice. I would say I thought it was in the same room for a second.
Well, anybody can poop and brush their teeth in the same room in a regular bathroom, but not in a split bathroom. You have a little bit of privacy. So then if you're like, okay, I'm still so very rich and this is not doing it for me. I need something a little bit more bougie. You can get a veranda. This again sleeps 3 to 5 guests, but honey, you have a private balcony. So when you're ordering your cake of the day, you can eat it on your balcony.
Brittney, I'm out in the veranda.
I'm on
Right.
Bevins, bring my cake of the day to the veranda.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Wait, where was the fan, Jack? That was like a
Oh
perfect.
yeah, let's try that
Oh,
out. Let's try it again. Hang
One
on.
more time. Take two. Take two.
Bevins, bring my cake of the day out to the veranda.
Yeah.
Oh, Bevins, come feel the ocean breeze out in the veranda.
Now get out and go get me a cherry coke.
But that's gonna be, if we do that, that's gonna be us the whole time.
Okay,
Oh,
veranda.
the people next to you are gonna be like, "Oh my
They're
god!"
gonna be like, y'all missed the pirate party and everything because you were out here pretending you were rich on the
Okay,
veranda.
new money. So your veranda room also has a sitting area with a sleeper sofa. So
Yes.
Oh, okay.
now
And Brittney will fall asleep at 3 p.m. on that sleeper sofa.
I'll fall asleep anywhere at 3 p.m. Okay. So now if you're just like, that's great, that's wonderful, but I am 1% and I need everyone to know it.
Michelle.
Okay. So Michelle will be staying in the concierge room. Okay. So these sleep 5 to 7. And let me just, I got to read for you word for word how Disney describes this. Okay. Here we go. These elegant accommodations combine spacious, lavishly appointed interiors with upgraded amenities, personalized service, and signature Disney touches that set the stage for a truly extraordinary voyage. And it did say fan class at the end.
Fan class.
So yeah, I would love to stay in concierge, but
Look, I'm going with veranda because I'm going to save some money. I don't need concierge. I don't need that. I don't need it, but I mean, it's nice.
I mean, if I could afford
If
it,
I
I would
had
do
it.
it.
Right, I was about to say, if you had the money for
But
it, you
can I
do
get that? I don't know if y'all seen it, but the Rapunzel room,
Oh yes.
that 2-story room when they got their own hot tub and like you can get real bougie with these rooms if you want to. But we'll be in the veranda.
Meet me in the veranda, darling.
Oh, it's too much.
For
It is
those
too
of
much.
us who have to come back down to reality,
That's
I
fine.
I recently stayed at an inside stateroom. We knew we weren't going to be in the room that long, so it's actually a lot more spacious. Just a couple of tips. They categorize staterooms by numbers and letters. So the bigger the number, like a 10, the lower class, you could call it.
Oh,
So we were,
you ain't getting on the lifeboat.
nope.
Oh wait, Tricia, give me an
Oh.
example. What is that like?
Are
Give us
you
an
in
So,
room
example of a
like,
number.
1205? You're not getting on the
So
lifeboat.
like a 10A is like a deluxe interior stateroom. So they do have some interior staterooms that have the split bathroom. We did have that, and it
Ooh.
is very nice. With just two people in our stateroom, it was nice we each had our own sink because these sinks are literally like 8 inches wide. It's very small. Um, but I felt it was pretty spacious. It was well laid out. There's a lot of storage, so you don't have to worry about like your luggage sitting out in the walkways and stuff like that.
Yes.
So, I will say though, if you decide to go concierge, you get the benefit of booking your port excursions before everybody else. So,
Yeah.
I mean, come on, how much does it cost though to do concierge?
A lot.
A lot.
I mean, are you planning to retire before you're 80?
It's like the trips I was looking at, the veranda was like 2,700. The concierge was like 6,300. So I was like, no. That's like a down payment on a car. Like what?
Okay.
All right. So enough about the rooms because we want to see the ship itself and what does the ship have to offer. So let's go ahead and start with Tiani, and she's going to tell you about all the adult-only, kids-only spaces.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with adult spaces. That's the most fun. On the Disney Wish, you will find the Hyperspace Lounge.
Woohoo!
Relax at the sleek space-themed bar with panoramic views where you can enjoy creative cocktails inspired by the Star Wars galaxy. Families are welcome during the day, while evenings transform the lounge into an adults-only spot. So I think it's nice that they let the family come during the day, but then at night you could be like, "Those kids out here." So yeah. Wait, which ship did you get on, Tricia?
I was on the maiden ship, the Magic. So
Oh, okay. So no hyperspace lounge there, but
no, if there was, I probably would have not been able to retire till I'm 80 because I would have spent too much money in there.
right, yeah, Star Wars fan. Okay. So we also have on the Wish the onboard Oasis at Sea. This is an adults only retreat with an infinity pool, which is like a big thing that's happening on like every cruise line now. A bar, a lounge, and it's all located on a private section of the ship's upper decks. And this is ideal for just drinking and relaxing in the sun away from kids, most importantly. And then also on the Wish, we have the Palo Steakhouse. And this is an adult-only restaurant inspired by Cogsworth. And obviously, that's the clock from Beauty and the Beast. The evolution of the Palo restaurant that the Disney cruisers know and love. It offers a selection of premium steaks and exquisite Italian dishes. And I think someone else is doing food, so I'm not going to get too much into the food.
Exquisite Italian.
Exquisite Italian dishes.
It's
also on the Treasure, and it will also be on the Treasure and the Destiny. Is it only on the newer ships, or is it like also on the like earlier ships as well? I think it's just the newer class. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
No, it was on the Magic, and
it was
I
on the
believe it's on
Magic.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we can go to Disney Treasure because there's like a few new things that the Wish does not have. We have the Haunted Mansion Parlor, and I know you guys would love that.
I would not leave. I would be in trouble and have to retire at 80.
Right, and I'm sure they have like souvenir glasses and stuff that you can buy, and you would just buy up all the different things that you could in there and try every drink and just hang out in there. But like, where is Jack? He's just been in the Haunted Mansion Parlor all day. So this serves up spirited craft cocktails and a lounge that resembles a first-class drawing room that you would see on a classic cruise liner. And this one-of-a-kind lounge draws inspiration from the original Haunted Mansion with a nautical twist, where guests are invited to the ghostly realm of a sea captain and his strange fiancée. This space features eerie design touches like shifting portraits, a mysterious aquarium with ghostly fish, and hidden details throughout. Near the fireplace, a statue of Disney Imagineer Raleigh Crump includes nods to his Museum of the Weird concept, including the melting face Candleman. The Haunted Mansion Parlor mirror will also offer a frightening surprise when the famous hitchhiking ghosts mysteriously appear in the frame. So they give me that nod to the end of the Haunted Mansion ride. So I think that's really, really cool. That sounds amazing, and I know you guys are all dying to, no pun intended, to go in there.
Follow you home.
Right. All right, so we're going to go to another Disney classic ride. Another Disney classic ride. It's Skipper Society. I believe this is also new for the Treasure. While sipping from a craft cocktail menu or sampling a signature waffle treat, guests will hear an array of Disney Parks music, including spiels from the beloved Jungle Cruise attractions around the world. The venue will sit beneath a canopy of tropical foliage and is decked out with camp-style furnishings in natural colors. You can find references to the famous attraction throughout the space, from parrot-shaped chandeliers to postcards brought back from travels abroad. And fun fact, the green and red tones depicted on the walls of Skipper Society are the exact color matches to the Jungle Cruise attraction marquee at Disneyland. So I think that's really cool too. Are you guys excited about that one? You guys don't seem like you don't care for Jungle Cruise that much. Does it excite you?
Cute. I mean, it's all right. I don't understand people waiting an hour or two to get on Jungle Cruise, but it's fine.
It's fine. But yeah, that sounds cute though. It sounds like a cool place to chill. And then we have the Periscope Pub. This will be located on deck 5. And it's just resembling like a place where Captain Nemo will hang out with his crew, and it kind of resembles the explorations of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. So that's what that theme is. There'll be cocktails inspired by different nautical themes like the narwhal. And then they'll also have like loaded potato puffs, fish and chips, mini churros. And I think this is kind of like a sports bar as well. So you can watch the game, you can play trivia. It's just like a cute little bar. And then we have Scat Cat Lounge. It's an adults only piano bar inspired by the Aristocats. Yeah. I'm like, that's kind of a deep cut. Like, I'm surprised I know a lot of people like Aristocats, but I still feel like it's not a movie that you would think they would make a whole lounge for. So I think that's cool that they went that route. By day, the Scat Cat Lounge is a nice quiet place where you could read a book or just sip on a cocktail. But then at night, there's like live piano sets where people can sing along to like popular covers to like Disney songs. So I feel like that would be up your alley, Jack and Brittney. And they said crowd participation is welcome. So you guys can get lit and sing along and nobody will look at you.
Because crowd participation is happening, so.
Right.
Don't make me sing. You're making me sing.
Oh, man. Silly. So I also threw in here the Rose, which is an adult exclusive lounge located on deck 12, and that's going to be inspired by Beauty and the Beast, the Enchanted Flower. And this is more of an upscale venue to drink a cocktail, and it says savor an aperitif while surrounded by antique mirrors. And this can also be found on the Destiny, which I think is the cruise coming up soon that hasn't really set sail yet, I don't think. And the Wish has this as well. Then we have the Quiet Cove Pool, which is also available on the Disney Magic, Dream, Treasure, Destiny, Wonder, Fantasy, Wish. And this is a quiet pool area that invites adults to unwind in a kid-free setting. And it's just 18 and over, so you can bring those kids over there. Now we're going to go over to Disney Destiny. They have, which I thought this was the most interesting one, DeVille's. So I guess you can guess whose bar this is going to be. It's an adult exclusive piano lounge. It's a Hollywood Regency-inspired lounge in Cruella's signature colors of red, black, and white. And it's going to feature a glowing fiber optic Cruella behind a spotted piano. With one side open to the Grand Hall, it offers drinks and a view of the ship's main gathering space. And then there's just so much. The Haunted Mansion Parlor will also be on the Disney Destiny as well. Then they're going to have the Cask and Cannon, which will be an eclectic and cozy lounge furnished with treasures acquired during the pirates' many voyages around the globe. So I guess that cruise gets a little bit of a Pirates of the Caribbean bar as well.
I'm here for it.
And then I thought this was cool. Give Doctor Strange some love. They're going to have the Sanctum. Yeah, so Disney, this is going to be their first lounge inspired by the powerful sorcerers and mystical artifacts of Marvel Studios' Doctor Strange. It's a central venue inspired by that New York Sanctum that we always see in the movies with the big window up the stairs. Yeah, it sounds so cool.
Yes. They just released some footage on the social media sites about that particular lounge. So if you want to catch a glimpse of it, go check it out on like the DCL like Instagram.
Yeah, that sounds very, very cool. All right, and then you're all aware, I don't want to get too much into it because I think Brittney is going to get into the food, but Enchante is also, I believe, an adult-only restaurant because it's very fancy and they don't want the kids messing up the vibes. Um,
Shantae, you say.
uh,
I'll be insufferable when I'll be like, Shantae, you say.
and then I believe Remy is also, well, it's available on the Dream and Fantasy, and that's also their upscale restaurant that is just for adults, so that the kids aren't running around the I've seen it. I've seen kids run around restaurants, and we don't want that at
Oh,
Enchante
yeah.
and Remy. All right, so we're still in adult only space territory, and Senses Spa and Rainforest Room, I think, is considered an adult only space, which makes sense.
I cannot wait to do that.
Yes. So this is available on the Dream, Destiny, Wish, Fantasy, Wonder, all the ships. But I think they're kind of different depending on which ship you are. Obviously, I think the Wish class is going to be a little bit bougier because it's newer and it's nicer. They offer a multitude of spa and beauty treatments. And it says this pristine setting features rainforest-themed aromatherapy steam rooms, a dry sauna fashioned after a Roman bath, and private luxury villas. That's for the 1%, though. And then right, the fashioned after a Roman bath. The additional amenities include showers, lockers. They give you sandals, robes to use during your treatment. And then they also provide hair, facial, and shower amenities. Spa treatments can include, but not limited to, Swedish massage, aroma spa, seaweed massage, and bamboo massage. That's just some of them. They have a list of 10 different things you can do. And you can choose between 100-minute for full body and then 75-minute for half the body. And then there's some 50-minute ones that you can do as well. And then there's this cabana Swedish massage at Castaway Serenity Bay. So I guess that's when you're on the island. And it's an open air couples cabanas with a crystal blue view of a beautiful Castaway Serenity Bay.
Doesn't that sound lovely? Lotion and sand combined together.
Hey, come on, Tricia. I'm ruining the vision here. She's just no, thank you.
But hey, at least there's lotion,
Right.
Hey,
And
you can.
There'll be plenty of showers. There'll be plenty of showers to make sure that you're clean, And then you can do the spa villas treatments. You can get spa villa services on the Magic, Wonder, Dream, Fantasy. And they have elegant treatment rooms with open air verandas. I'm waiting for my veranda.
You gotta say veranda.
You can relax in a whirlpool or from an ideal perch on a comfortable lounger. For an extra fee, you can even have a bottle of champagne, strawberries, and additional treatments added. You can also, like I said, the personal whirlpool. You can do a tea ceremony. And you can also do a foot cleansing ceremony. So you can add those to the experience. I wonder how much all that costs.
I want to do the tea.
The tea ceremony, yeah. I'm the foot cleansing ceremony. That
we're
sounds
always
nice
filling
too.
it. We might as well drink it.
Wow. Nice. So here are some examples of the villa treatments that are offered. You can do couples choice, and this is going to be 130 minutes, including a 75-minute spa treatment of your choice. And you can select a treatment from a range of options, including the aroma stone therapy, aroma spa seaweed massage, an intensely cleansing salt scrub, and a body nectar nourishing wrap. I know, it sounds so nice, right? But when I hear salt scrub, that sounds like it might hurt a little bit. I'm just saying. There's a little exfoliation going on there.
I have a sugar scrub I use on a consistent basis. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for exfoliation too. Get that dead skin off, And then you can do the couples romantic hideaway, which is 120 minutes. And then you can pick a 50-minute treatment of your choice. That include a lot of what I just said earlier. And then the Senses Spa suite treatments are only available in the Wish, the Treasure, and the Destiny. And spa suite services on Disney Wish, Treasure, and Destiny are offered in a spacious treatment room with the whirlpool. And they also offer a zero gravity suite. And you float on air immersive experience. and this is 130 minutes. And basically, this is a treatment that features their signature well-massaged 5D bed program for 8 different lying positions. The result is a zero gravity effect that feels as if you're floating on the air, complete with a series of sophisticated massage techniques targeted to release tension and improve body mechanics. That sounds amazing. I would try that one. But
I need that like daily.
I'm sure that costs a lot. But this experience includes an aroma soul ritual, personal whirlpool and shower, savory and sweet confections, and a tea time ceremony. So
I am in. Let's go.
All right, well, let's call for the price. I can't imagine that's not super expensive if they're giving you all that stuff.
All right, everybody's selling feet pics.
Right. Exactly. So the spa suite experience can be booked in advance, either online or on board the ship at the Senses Spa reception area. And you can also treat yourself to a private suite for one, or share this with a friend or loved one with a suite for 2.
A friend.
You have a friend you would share it with? Who? I wonder who.
I sure as hell don't know.
Yeah, you don't know him.
Oh, okay. You're being replaced. Okay. You can also there's salon and barber services. You can get things done there. Obviously, cutting your hair and getting your hair done, but you can also get a teeth whitening. So you can do that as well.
On vacation though, like that's pre-vacation stuff. Right
Hey,
there.
you might want to make an entrance. You got your teeth whitened, your hair is done. Like maybe you met someone on the ship. You met someone on the ship, and you want to look your best.
Just walk into Arendelle and blind everybody.
Maybe
Right.
you can bust your teeth on the ship if you meet somebody, Jack. Come on.
Right. They also offer like rejuvenation spa treatments, which would include like the dye sport. I don't know if this is how you pronounce it. Targeted wrinkle softener and facial dermal filler. So we're talking about like Botox and stuff. They offer that too.
Oh, Botox on a cruise.
Again,
Pre-cruise. Get the day on your face and stuff. They go swimming. Lord.
And you also, I'm pretty sure I read they do cool sculpting as well.
Ooh,
Oh.
let's go do cool sculpting.
You want to
now.
do cool sculpting?
Again, that is pre-cruise. I want to be skinny before I get on the cruise.
I would do pre-sculpting.
So,
Sculpting.
Well, we can go right down the road at downtown, and they have it if you want to go.
All right, let's go.
word of warning, I've heard horror stories.
Oh yeah, I
Some
was just about to say Linda Evangelista, right? Linda Evangelista was the one that,
Some people have had allergic reactions. I personally know someone who did the cool sculpting, and it only took on half of her body.
What does that mean?
Huh?
She was a little lopsided. I'll say that much.
That sounds like something from The Substance. You're scaring me.
Help, I'm lopsided, baby.
I just don't think a cruise is a place to be experimenting with those types of procedures.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
That is all pre-cruise stuff. Get your hair cut, get your Botox, get your fat sucked out, like before you go on the cruise, not during.
Right. Can you imagine it just ruined your whole vacation if you're like lopsided now because you decided to get cool sculpting on a cruise?
I went on a Disney cruise and got off lopsided.
I can't go to Pirate Night lopsided.
Or like, when you get too much filler, your face looks kind of puffy, and then now you look like this until it wears off at the end of the cruise.
Also, you're like mid-cruise and like you're there for the fireworks, and it's like, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Mommy, I can't see it on your face. That's because you were getting Botox 3 hours ago on a cruise. What?
Yeah, that's crazy. I know. I'm pretty sure I've seen this offered as well, like on Royal Caribbean and stuff. This is like very, very regular, I guess, if you really are
doing that on Carnival.
They definitely offer that on Carnival. I'm pretty sure they do that too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, ain't no way.
Oh my god, that's crazy. Yeah, because if you do it at home, you might have some time to fix it or let it settle or something. But on the cruise, that's it. It's a wrap. All right, so let's go to what everybody's been waiting for, the rainforest room. That's also a part of the Senses
That's where
Spa.
I will be 80% of the time.
So on the Magic and the Wonder, did you do it, Tricia? Did you have time to get away and go to the rainforest room?
I did like a tour so that they have an open house on the first day that you disembark or excuse me, like embarkation day. So I recommend that if you're interested, you can sign up for these things in advance, obviously. But if you didn't get an opportunity and you want to do something, I would recommend going to the spa area and seeing because they do hold back reservations. So there's a chance you could get a reservation if you weren't able to, especially if you're a newer cruiser and you don't get to book your activities as early as other people who have been cruising for a
Oh my
while.
god, that sounds like college. Like I couldn't book my classes because I had
Yep.
less credits.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. If you're a freshman in cruising, you get
Right.
whatever's left over.
That's horrible. All right, well, on the Magic and the Wonder, the Rainforest Room is an entirely interior space. It's going to include showers, heated tile loungers, and steam rooms. And since it's a closed room, I got this off some blog. It's the air in there. It's going to feel a little bit humid. It's going to feel a little bit like Florida because it's a closed room interior.
Yeah.
But on the Dream and the Fantasy, the room is a little bit of a larger space, and it's divided into different areas. One area holds the showers and the steam rooms, along with the sauna. And then the heated lounges are set in an arc in an adjoining room, and then they face a third space with 2 hot tubs. So you're gonna have full length windows of the side of the ship to see the ocean. But then when you get to the Wish class, it gets even fancier. And on these ships, you're gonna find an ice room added to the temperature lineup. There's gonna be an outdoor extension with several hot tubs and seating.
How do you like me to sing Let It Go in the ice room?
No, I'm pretty sure they would not like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just restoring dreams, you know.
In addition, can you imagine like they close the door to this freezing cold room and then Jack is just like, let it go. I'm like, okay. We're trying to. We are trying to, Jack.
First off, it would be Jack and Brittney singing Let It Go. Okay.
Oh my god. All right. This is the relaxation part of the ship. They're getting away from they're getting away from the sing-along piano bars, and here's Jack and Brittney.
We're giving them a show, okay? It's you get to freeze your body and have a show, okay?
Oh my god! Honestly, I don't think So when I we had this really cool spa called Sojo Spa in Edgewater, New Jersey, and everybody goes there every time. Like New Yorkers come over here to go to the spa, and just like most of these fancy spas, they have like that. What is that? Cold plunge?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm like, I don't think I was like, should I? And I was like, no. I really don't.
I'm not trying to plunge. Like I will walk in a cold room, like I'll do that that thing you stand in for like 2 minutes, but I'm not trying to plunge.
Yeah, that's crazy. They say it's a lot of benefits to health benefits to it, but I'm just like, but does it benefit me in that moment? Right. In that moment.
At what cost?
Right. So to gain access to the Rainforest Room on any Disney ship, you'll need either a length of cruise pass or a day pass. The length of cruise passes can be booked in advance once your cruise is paid in full and your booking window is open. But apparently, if you don't have enough credits, you'll have to do it after everyone else. But that sounds really cool. Obviously, Jack and Brittney are very excited about doing that one day on a cruise. Would you, from what I said, do you think you would just want to jump to the Wish class and do like the fanciest experience possible, or try it on a Magic Dream
I
situation?
would definitely I would want the open space
Mm-hmm.
and the seat. That would be cool, just to be in a hot tub and just look out on the ocean.
Yeah, the open space sounds nice. I mean, the person who was writing about the interior spaces, they really made it seem like you're like suffocating because it's so small. So I was like, that doesn't sound nice.
That's because it is small and you will suffocate. So
You're just like confirmed.
Trish's like, and you will die.
Right. All right. So let's go to the next topic, which is where the parents can release their little rugrats and go do their own thing. And that's the kids' clubs. All right. So we're going to start with the Hideaway, which is available on the Wish, the Treasure, and the Destiny. And this is for the older kids who want to get away from your ass anyway. They are... I remember when I was a kid on like a Carnival cruise and I was like, yeah, I don't want to be around. I can't be seen with them. You know, like you were very much like, I don't want to be with them. And I remember my parents like sneaking into the kids club just to mess with us, to say we can come in here too and check on you. And they did let them come in and check on us. So that sucked. But anyway, this club is for the older teens, 14 to 17, and like young adults, 18 to 20. It's located on deck 12. And they can make new friends, watch movies, play games, and participate in activities created for them. Then I feel like, I mean, teens act like they're too cool for fun, but I want to go to the Disney's Oceaneer Club. That's where it's at. This is available on all the ships. And kids can interact with various Disney characters in multi-themed magical lands. This sounds lit. So the children of all ages are welcome to explore the Oceaneer Club during open house hours. That's where they let everybody come in, even the adults, to take a look at what goes on in that club. But then at all other times when there's not an open house, it is strictly for children ages 3 through 10. So basically at this club, they offer pure Disney fantasy with character-driven performances, special storytelling sessions, larger than life play areas, and cool interactive activities that are sure to delight the tiny tots and the older kids alike. So they're going to have an array of toys and games, an open seating area for arts and crafts, and an ongoing Disney movies. So they're just going to put Disney movies on, and there's plenty. So they're just constantly watching Disney movies. This sounds fun. Parents should note that on all ships other than the Disney Adventure, Disney's Oceaneers Club and Lab are connected. So children can move freely between the two spaces to enjoy different activities. But I'm guessing they're separated in all other ships. There's going to be specially trained counselors on hand to direct or escort the children between the different spaces. And the 3 children ages 3 to 4 can participate in more guided activities created just for them. So like I said before, on all the ships, the kids can play on this state of the art magic play floor, and there's like different themes to each of them. So I'm going to just name a few of the experiences. Apparently Andy's room is almost on every ship. There's a Star Wars Millennium Falcon. There's a Marvel Superhero Academy, which you can find on the Fantasy Magic Wonder Treasure Wish and Destiny. There's Frozen Adventures, which is like a sing-along that you can find on the Wonder. There's Star Wars Cargo Bay, and I wrote the description for this because it sounded cool. You can train as an intergalactic creature handler, caring for exotic beings like porgs, lothcats, and warts, using AR-enabled data pads. Complete a special mission to return secret stowaways Rey and Chewbacca to the Resistance. And I think that's like a cruise-long game for the kids to play.
I would be in there every open house playing that game.
The kids were like, hey, get this lady out of here. Like, she's always, this is our space. What are you doing? I mean, true Disney adults are going to be like, why can't we have that?
Okay.
Hell. And then they have something called Fairy Tale Hall, and this is available on the Wish, Treasure, and Destiny. You're going to join some of your favorite Disney princesses and frozen queens in 3 fantastical activity rooms fit for royalty. Let your creativity shine at Rapunzel's art studio, bring stories to life at Belle's library, and test newfound icy powers at Anna and Elsa's summer house. So, I don't know. This sounds really cool. This one is awesome. There's also Disney Imagineering Lab, which is on the Treasure, Wish, and Destiny. And you discover the secrets of a world-renowned Disney Imagineers with hands-on activities and inventive experiments that reveal how they create the magic behind Disney theme parks, resorts, and cruise ships. At the ride studio, kids can design their own roller coaster attraction, drawing inspiration from Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Space Mountain, or the Matterhorn bobsleds, and then climb into a capsule where they will virtually ride their imaginative masterpiece. What? Why can't we do that?
Okay.
Right. And then they also have guided group activities, like I mentioned before, which would include story time, game shows, racer games, superhero training, and Star Wars training. So I'm just saying that sounds amazing. But then we're going to go back to the tweens. And they have a place called Edge. You know, it's got to sound cool. Edge.
The Edge.
And this is for guests ages 11 to 14, and this is their own special hangout where they can connect with other tweens from around the world. It's equipped with high-tech entertainment, including flat-screen TVs, iPads, high-tech, iPads,
future.
Xenon.
Oh, Xenon, wow. iPads, iPads and video games, and featuring daily guided activities, and yeah, basically keep all the tweens together. And then we also have, so I think what I said before, the Hideaway was available on the newer ships. So for the older ships, it's Vibe. You know, an adult made these names.
Oh yeah.
Vibe. That's for the teens.
You guys want to go vibe at
It could be
vibe?
a vibe.
Like, I'll see you at Vibe at around 8. Meet me at Vibe. It's gonna be a real vibe at Vibe. So even though the teens get to break away from their family, it's still chaperoned by some of the coolest counselors at sea. Like, all right.
Whoa, gnarly.
But don't worry, it's laid back so that the teens can still
as long as
feel
it's laid back, then.
right, so they can feel unrestricted and comfortable, you know? And they get to watch PG-13 movies.
Ooh.
So they can watch Star Wars films and the Pirates of the Caribbean series as well. So they're not watching those baby films.
Saucy.
Just saying. So that's it. That was a lot. I know it was a lot, but that's everything.
Tionni said we're deep diving.
I mean, we had to. I had so much more than that, and I was like, I have to cut this down. There were so many details. I was like, oh my god, this is so much.
That's why I was like, let's just introduce and skim, because like there's so much to cruising, man.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'll be back with more information later.
Okay.
Brett.
Tionni will have plenty more in the next episode when we do more cruising, y'all. But speaking of actually cruising, we're going to go ahead. We're going to hop over to Tricia, and she's going to, tell us what her recent trip was like. Tricia, go ahead. Tell us everything. Give us all the tea.
Well, my first bit of advice is to book early, because if you book later, prices increase based on availability of staterooms. So the earlier you book, the lower your cost for the cruise will be.
Oh, nice. Okay.
If you want to do any port excursions or any onboard activities, like I had mentioned, people who have been cruising for a while with Disney Cruise Line get more time and a better pick of what's available. And that status is Pearl. And they can book up to 123 days before sailing date, whereas lowly first time guests can only book 75 days before sailing date. One thing to note though, you cannot book excursions or online or onboard activities until you've paid in full. So the downside is you have to pay for your trip sooner than first time cruisers. They only have to pay 75 days in advance. So just be aware of like where you're at and how often you cruise. Once you do cruise, you become a member of the Castaway Club. Ooh.
Oh, I don't know why I
Basic.
I was like, we're not going to the Haunted Mansion. All right.
Essentially, what that means is that as you accumulate cruises, you move up from silver to gold to platinum and then to pearl. You
Oh,
have
lucky
to you
pearls.
have to cruise 25 plus cruises to make it to the pearl level. So I'll be
Easy.
dead if I keep the record I'm on right now.
I
So
need to find me a rich husband so we can be pearls.
there you go. Something to note though, if you're interested in this, is and it's just like you get assigned it as soon as you're done. It's free. However, if you don't cruise regularly with Disney, they will put you back to a first time guest. I believe it's after two
Oh,
years.
I hate when
Yeah.
things do that. Like
So
rewards
Like
programs,
rooms.
you'll
Really?
build
I mean,
you'll build up all your miles and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, you're at this status," and then they're like, "Oh, it's been a year, so start from scratch." I hate that.
bye. Something else to know about Disney that's a little different than like Royal Caribbean, they don't charge you for things until except for the cruise itself, until you have completed the cruise. So you can book excursions, but you won't receive the bill until the end of the cruise. So if you are getting drinks in the lounges, and that includes like specialty coffee drinks or specialty ice cream, even popcorn, but at the movie theater, if you're doing things like your cool sculpting, all of those things come due at the very end, and that price tag can be a bit shocking if you're not careful. I
so
would
now, so
recommend,
now you're lopsided and in debt.
yes. So you don't have money to correct the lopsidedness. You just have to walk around for a while like that. Um, but I do highly recommend if you have a Disney Band Plus to use that because it works at the parks, but it also works on the ships now to open your door. You can charge to that. Otherwise, you get a card, which is a key to the world card, which is fine, but it's a lot easier to, lose in the sand. Not that I had any experience with that. Uh, Not the best. Make sure you take it out of your pocket before you go snorkeling. That's all I have to
Oh,
say. Um, but one thing also, if you're looking for some like freebies, if you do enjoy the specialty drinks, you can get a punch card. And once you've filled your punch card, and I can't recall how many drinks it is, it might be five, you get a free beverage for like specialty coffee or whatever.
well,
So
what the flake?
Mhm.
a
I love
couple
a
of
good coffee.
a couple of other things just to for like lingo. There is a DCL, Disney Cruise Line app. I highly recommend you download that. Um, you can use that on the ship. Something that I wish they would bring to the parks, you can heart like activities throughout the day. And then when your activity is coming up, you can get a push notification that, hey, in 15 minutes, this trivia is starting. So you don't have to be watching the clock every minute of the day if you want to make sure you can attend things, which I absolutely loved that. There's also a texting feature in the app. So that's how, like, my daughter was in the edge, as Jack said.
Mhm.
And so if we need to get a hold of her, we would text her through the app.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
sh for kids her age and older, they can freely move in between like the rest of the ship and their respective like areas. For younger kids, a parent has to come and like check them out though. The
That makes
I
sense. You don't want the
Yeah,
babies just walking out of the Oceaneers Club.
crawling out. uh,
Oh,
so one thing that you will complete before you cruise is that at the 30-day mark, there's an opportunity for reserving the Royal Gathering. And basically, it's free. So, for all you people like those freebies, it's an opportunity to reserve some time to meet several of the princesses in one setting versus trying to catch the characters throughout the day while on the ship. I highly recommend doing it. It doesn't cost anything, but it gives you a little more time with each princess. When we were there, we had Cinderella, Tiana, and I believe Sleeping Beauty. And on the topic of characters, they are everywhere. So if that's something that interests you, you will not be disappointed in that. I would recommend, though, if you aren't one for being in front of the camera, do not pay for the photo package. I bought this thinking that I was in share like a adjoining staterooms, and I thought the people in my party would be more interested than they were in taking pictures. So I wasn't about to let that cost go to waste. So there's about 50 pictures of me solo, and I swear I was on the trip with other people, but you wouldn't be able to tell from the pictures.
You know what?
Dang.
Uh,
You're the star, so it's fine.
Something to be aware of when you're having to input information. So you do leave the country, obviously. I would highly recommend getting a passport. It's the easiest paperwork that you can use. If you do not have a passport, you will need a valid driver's license, and I think now, what is it, the True ID or whatever, and then a birth certificate or some other type of like government documentation. You have to bring that with you as well to the port. That's why I would recommend just getting a passport, because that's the easiest way to make sure that they know who you are. You have to have those things with you when you're at ports as well. Otherwise, they won't let you back on the ship. So make sure you have your identification with you at all times when you're off of the ship. If you are interested in the things that Tiani had mentioned, like champagne or strawberries or um, any kind of like gift packages, they do birthday stuff like that. You can pre-order that through the app as well. It is pretty costly. However, I would recommend getting water. And the beauty of ordering these things ahead of time is that when you get to your stateroom, they're already in there. So we ordered a case of water, and then we drank that when we were on the islands, just because we didn't want to risk getting any kind of a stomach bug or anything like that. Um, and it's just kind of nice to have bottled water when you need it. One other thing people talk about, but most people who've never cruised are like, what is that? Is the term fish extenders.
Fish
So,
extenders.
yeah. So outside of every stateroom, there's this little metal fish, and it's like a clip. So they'll clip like when you get on the cruise, you get to port, and you have kind of like a boarding number. When they call that, that's when you can board the cruise ship. You do go through something that looks very similar to TSA. They make sure you can't have more than 2 bottles of wine, and there's like certain limitations on what you're allowed to have bring onto the ship. Obviously, no weapons. Something else to be aware of too, if you like to blow dry your hair, they have limitations on like the wattage of like what kind of appliances you can use so that you don't like blow fuses across the ship or start a fire. So make sure you can find all of that information on the Disney Cruise Line website, or if you work with a travel agent, like let's say through Port Key Vacations, we can help you with that too. But these fish extenders, when you get on board, your keys to the world cards are in an envelope, and then they're clipped. Like the fish extender is literally a clip on the wall. Some people have now gotten into creating these like elaborate display boards that you can hang on the fish, and then they'll do like trading of little gifts with one another. And this is pretty much done like on their own. It's not a sanctioned activity through Disney. And you can find out like if you want to be part of this through Facebook groups that are created specifically for the cruise that you're on. I did join a Facebook group. I did not find it helpful at all. Most of the people in there just wanted to talk about what how to be part of the fish extender, and I was like, I am not packing a whole bunch of crap that I'm giving away to other people just to have to pack a whole bunch of crap other people are going to give me. So I skipped that altogether. But it is literally a culture. Like when we were walking past a lot of the staterooms, there were fish extenders everywhere. So just be aware that that is a culture thing. Don't mock it out loud. In your head is fine though. um, One other thing, and then I'm going to turn it back over to Jack, and I'll chime in when we hit some of the other topics. I would highly recommend well, first of all, you need to be in the state in the area where your port is the day before. If you're not on that cruise ship when your number is called, sayonara, you can wave goodbye from the shore while the ship sails away. They are
Oh.
pretty strict about that.
Yeah, that's kind of a universal thing.
So I highly recommend staying at a Disney resort specifically if you're able to do that. If you're going out of either um like the Anaheim, San Diego area, or like Fort Lauderdale, or any kind of area that's in the Florida. In Florida, I would recommend doing this because you can book transportation. It is a little costly. It is $45 per person per way, so it does add up quick. But they get your luggage. It's like Magical Express. They get your luggage where it needs to be. Um, we actually got a really early boarding time, which is kind of unheard of for first-time cruisers, because we were on the bus. Um, it's really nice to know that you won't miss you. They won't leave without you if you're on their transportation. And that goes for port excursions. If you book port excursions through Disney, yes, there's going to be an upcharge. But if your excursion is running late, they will wait for you. If you book the exact same excursion through a third party, save some money, and you're late, again, you'll be waving goodbye from the shore.
That's kind of crazy.
So,
They're like, you better buy our excursion because we're gonna leave your ass on the if it runs late. Dang.
yeah,
Wow.
so those are just some tips that I would recommend. One thing to be aware of is you will receive information from the cruise line. You need to read it carefully. I was not aware that our luggage had to be out at 8 a.m. the morning that we were leaving. And our luggage guy knocked on the door at 7:30. He's like, I need your luggage. And we literally had just rolled out of bed. So there was a
Mm.
panic with four women in a room trying to quickly get ready and get our luggage out so that it would make it onto the buses. So be prepared for those types of things.
So which cruise did you do? What was your port stops and stuff?
We
And how
did
many days?
we did a 5-day cruise. Our first port was at Nassau. I called it the Bahama Island hopping cruise. And that's a pretty common place to
Yeah.
stop. It's the largest port in the Bahamas. And then from there, we went to Castaway Cay, which is the original island that we'll talk about in a little bit. And then our third port was at um, Lookout Key and at Lighthouse Point, I believe is what it's called. And then we had a day at sea on the way back.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think I want to do something like that because I want to hit both of those islands. But speaking of both of those islands, Disney has its own private island, two of them. Well, kind of a private island and a private peninsula, I should say. So I'm going to start with what Tricia said with Castaway. Okay, is it Castaway Key or Castaway K?
I'm saying
It should be it should be key. I think that's just how you pronounce that word.
That is, yeah, it's
Because
key.
I've heard both. It's spelled. It looks like K. Like I'm just like, but all right. I'm gonna say Castaway Key.
I'm gonna say K.
You know where I learned that? It was from the Fire documentary about that festival.
Oh,
like,
that Fire Island festival.
Yeah.
Not Fire Island.
Gay.
The Fire Island Festival.
Well, it was on an island. What was it called? It was
Firefest, wasn't
Firefest.
Firefest.
Yeah.
The Firefest, yeah.
Anyway. All right, we're hopping off of Fire Island and we're going to Castaway Key. Everyone, put your pride flags away. So in 1997, the Walt Disney Company purchased a 99-year land lease. So they're good till 2096.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Will we even be around then? For the key from the Bahamian government, giving the company substantial control over the island. Whew. So I'm wondering, I guess they're able to do whatever they want, even though they're just leasing it.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. The island is largely still undeveloped, as only 55 of the 1,000 acres are being used. Castaway Key has approximately 140 Disney Cruise Line permanent residents who keep the island running daily.
Wow.
So I'm wondering what that kind of life is like, where you're stuck on that island. That's all. That's
because there's nothing else to do, but it's just
right?
It's like Disney's Island, right?
Like, I guess I'll just get in the ocean again today. There is a family beach, and of course, an adults only beach at Serenity Bay. We love adult only places.
Yes, we do.
And then children can even engage in an array of supervised games at the fanciful in the shade game pavilion. So there is a pavilion, and I'm like in the shade. Lots of games. It's shaded. You'll be out of the sun. Brittney might be in there because she can't handle the sun, and I'll be right there behind her.
All the kids getting back on the boat.
Right? We'll be on the veranda. Serenity Bay. There you can unwind in the heart of serenity, treating yourself to such offerings as an open air cabana massage, which Tionni talked about earlier, under the swaying palm trees. And of course, there's plenty to drink. And they have their own restaurant, the Air Bar Barbecue. So, we're gonna eat some barbecue.
Also, Serenity Bay is the white side of me's name. Serenity Bay has a room with a veranda.
Okay. Sorry, water break. Y'all, it is hot in here.
Yes, my fan broke. Okay, so we're in here fanning ourselves like pilgrims.
Yes. Pilgrims? Okay, peasants? Pilgrims? Okay.
One of the things I'm looking forward to is the Pelican Plunge. Take a ride on one of the 2 twisting water slides that carry you into the refreshing lagoon at this water play area and floating platform, which celebrates the native island's pelicans.
Which we saw none of.
We didn't see any pelicans.
Not a single one.
Did you do Pelicans Plunge?
I didn't, but my daughter did, and she enjoyed it.
Awesome. That's cool. I've seen so many people lose stuff on the slides. Someone actually lost their camera that they were filming with, and you just see it floating down to the bottom.
Oh, no.
They got it back, but I thought that was funny. There's also a teen hideout, which we talked about earlier. And then you can also rent boats. So I think that's interesting.
I'm gonna need that boat.
You can choose a sleek 1-person sea kayak, a charming 4-person paddle boat, a fun 2-person aqua trike.
Or
no, because I would be doing all the work.
Yes, you would.
Absolutely not. I'll get on it with Tionni because she'll pedal.
She said it. She gasped. Oh, wow. Made her clutch her pearls.
She would. Tiani's in shape. Are you kidding me?
Don't pit us against each other.
I'm not.
He's like, your fat ass wouldn't.
I want to be friends with Brittney. Don't do this. Okay.
Brittney would just lay back and go, I'm tired.
Now she's gonna give me a side eye when I see her.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, look who it is, Tionni, so in shape. Okay.
Look who it is, Tionni, who would actually pedal on the paddle board.
It's okay, Brittney. I'm not a big fan of water sports, so you probably would do better than me. Okay.
Thanks for that.
This is what I really want to see us on.
Oh,
active stand-up paddleboard.
Absolutely not.
Oh my god. Jack will make you do it just so that he has a story later.
I'm like, who are you talking to right now?
Not only am I going to make her do it, it's going to be filmed.
Right. I heard it's very hard because you have to your core strength has to be very good. So that's why when you're first starting that, most people do it kneeling. Like kneeling on their knees. They don't stand.
Hell no.
Right.
I'm saying you when I have no center of gravity.
In the water.
Oh yeah. We were in the spring. Yeah. We were in the Juniper Springs the other day, and there was a platform in the middle of the water.
It was not a platform, it was a small rock.
Can I finish?
Oh, okay, sorry.
It was made out of rocks, but it was it was where you could stand so you could take pictures or kind of balance yourself, and everyone's just everyone takes turns or just standing on it doing whatever. Brittney gets on it.
It was covered in algae, y'all.
It was not, and you would have thought there was an earthquake. Screaming, I have no center of gravity.
I that little rock that was out in the middle, and you were like, hey, come stand on this rock.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that big where you first come in.
No, when you first come in, that was covered in algae, and you slipping was fun.
Yeah, I had a real hard time. Whew, that was rough, y'all.
Anyway, we went off track there.
I just want to say, if you don't have core strength, I highly recommend doing the snorkeling. It's I think we paid $35 for the full day. And they have a designated snorkeling area, and they actually have sank things into the bottom, and that's now starting to form a coral reef. There's actually a lot of fish in that you can explore. My daughter saw a stingray. So, and it wasn't like a Steve Irwin kind of incident. It was small.
Well, I mean, this would be a sadder episode.
I would hope not.
Yeah. So you don't have to worry about, it's safe. And something that is really nice about Castaway Cay is that there's a water breaker. So there's a kind of a wall that they've created. So the actual swimming area is very calm. And it's just a very nice, clear, you can see to the bottom of the ocean. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I will definitely be out there snorkeling. Hopefully I won't get mistaken for a manatee, but
okay, enough of this. Enough. All right.
But yeah, that stuff that sunk to the bottom. I've watched videos. Man, that is so cool. I think that was a really good idea.
Is there a Prince Eric statue, or am I
Yes.
high? Okay.
Yes. Or am I high? We'll try to be swimming down there and be like, Daddy, I love him.
Right. I can hold my breath for
Do you need help?
And if you're not much into the water sports, there is a Castaway 5K that you run it and then walk it, and you get a medal, aka rubber disc with the Castaway symbol on it. But one thing, if you don't want to walk that far because it is hot, would be there's a lookout tower that you can go to that's not too far away. I think it's a third of a mile on a paved flat trail. That's kind of a cool place. You can go up and you literally can see the entire island in a 360 view.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like a lot of exercising on my vacation. 5K?
But if you,
Hold on.
if you, yeah, I'll be out on the veranda while people are running the 5K.
I'll watch them run from my veranda.
Well, once Jack talks about Lookout Key, you'll understand why you need to go to both islands because it'll balance each other out.
Okay.
Also, speaking of too much walking, if you do not want to walk, there are trams that run around the island. So that's where I'll be while everyone's running a 5K.
Right.
I'll be on the tram and I'll be going to Serenity Bay and I will be in the water floating. And speaking of exercise, you can also rent bikes if you don't want to walk or run. Again, there's a tram. And then we have 2 places to eat on the island, which are included with your cruise, so you don't have to pay extra to eat there. And you have, of course, because it's Disney, you have 2 places to shop. So, you're
Spend your money.
yeah, you're going to be spending money if you want some souvenirs, which they always get me. So I'm like, I'm not going to spend any money. I only need like a magnet, and then nope, I'm coming out. Right, I black out. And I wear a jersey and a lounge fly, and it's bad. But yeah. So that's it for Castaway Key, and we're going to head over. We're going to get on our veranda and cruise on over to Disney Lookout Key. Is it Lookout Key or Lookout K? At Lookhouse Point. Am I getting that right?
Nope.
It's Key. Key.
Lighthouse.
Lighthouse Point. Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point.
Oh, God, Disney. Come on.
Because, Disney can't make anything easy.
Right.
So, Disney was like, one island? Nah. In March 2019, they purchased this peninsula from the Bahamian government, giving the company control over that area. Here you'll experience more vibrant Bahamian culture through partnership with Bahamian artists, historians, and local culture ambassadors. The vibrant spirit of the Bahamas bursts into life at Disney Lookout K at Lighthouse Point.
Oh, and he just hit me when he got done saying
I
that.
had to Philippa Sue that. They have pretty much the same kind of amenities as Castaway Key. Like, you can snorkel, there's food involved, there's a tram, like I'm gonna let later on I'm gonna let Tricia explain her experiences on these islands, and Tricia also give us which one. Let's start with that. Which one did you like better?
That's hard.
Sophie's choice.
I honestly I can't pick because the experiences were so very different, and I loved what we did on both islands.
Well, that's actually good.
Yeah,
But,
that's amazing.
It's cool to look forward to both instead of like, oh, this one's like mid and this one's amazing. So, please tell us more about your experience on the islands.
Yeah, so I did a lot of active stuff on Castaway Key, and I highly recommend doing your activity there because, like I said, the water's calmer. They have the 5K if you really want that, like, quote, rubber metal. Um, it's weird on Lookout Key, they have their 5K merch out, but they're not done yet. You can't rent bikes yet from that area. They're still finishing like the walkways and stuff that will eventually be able to be accessed. Um, the thing is with Lookout Key, they did really lean into more of the culture. If you go to Castaway Key, you just feel like you're at Caribbean Beach. It's very Disney. There was a dance party, like that kind of thing. But
Disney
we met.
loves a dance party.
They do. But when we were at Lookout Key, we met cast members that lived on the island because you can do excursions on the island, and because it's a private area that they have, but not the entire island. There is another city, so the excursions are out of that city. So people who work on the island live on the island in that area, and so they know a lot of the artists. Like we talked to some of the people that were in the stores, and we learned so much about their culture, the like how they use shells. They actually have something called a cultural center, which, by the way, hot tip, make sure you get a spot there, because if it starts to rain, it is easy to duck under cover at the cultural center. We had to do that for a few minutes. But they do these like educational things where there's like a craft activity, and people are like, ew, education, but it's like pretty cool. They have this celebration called Junkanoo, and it's like sort of wearable found art that they create, and they do like this parade with their local like musical instruments, and it's another dance party, but it is very culturally themed. And it was such a cool experience. And then the fact that you get to talk to locals learn about their culture is just really different from the activity that you can do on Castaway Key. One thing to be aware of, so they don't have like the Pelican plunge type thing. They do have a water play area. However, if you want to do beach stuff, it can be hit or miss. There's no breakaway or breaker or anything like that. It is straight out into the ocean. And when we were there, two things happened right away in the morning. They were chasing a shark off of the shore by a boat, like leading it back out into deep water, so like we could not swim. And on
Wow.
top of that, the wind was really strong that day. So there was an undercurrent, and they weren't allowing people in the water until probably afternoon when the wind died down. So that's when we did a lot of the cultural, we did some shopping, we just kind of like hung out, checked out the bars that they had on the island. And then we were able to swim later in the afternoon. So just something to be aware of, that the nature is much more aggressive on the second island. Please pay attention to the flags they put out behind the lifeguard stands. They had to redirect a lot of people to get out of the water, especially when the shark was in the area. So just pay attention to your surroundings would be my words of wisdom there. But that's why I can't pick between the two, because we did like so many different things on both of the islands, and we enjoyed everything that we did. I can't speak more highly of the experience. It's better than, I love it more than Jack and Brittany love the Haunted Mansion. I'm gonna say it.
Well, then that's something amazing that everyone can look forward to.
Yeah, that sounds great. I love that they complement each other, the two islands, like the very
Yeah.
different experiences. Is not just like you said, just Disney on an island, and in both experiences, because we can just do that on the ship. So
I do,
I
I
think
do
that's
want
great.
to dispel two things. One, I'm sure you all heard about the flies from Lookout Key. They were having
I
an issue
haven't heard
with,
about the flies. No.
so where you eat, it's called True True Barbecue and True True 2 Barbecue, because they're super creative in that way. But it's a walk through like quick service type experience, and then you sit down in an open air like pavilion, and they were having issues with air movement being absent, and so there were like a lot of flies. And since then they've installed large fans, so you stay cooler and the moving air keeps the flies away, but they can't kill the flies, because part of the reason that they have this island agreement with the Bohemian government is that they are re repopulating the plant growth and things there. So every walkway is like a boardwalk. It's built up over the sand. You can see like new growth being developed. So it's really like they're working together with the Bohemian government to like bring back the vegetation on the island. So no, the flies are not an issue anymore. And the
Oh,
second
that's
thing is,
good.
everyone talks about the walk to the trams that take you to the beach. Yes, it is a fairly long walk from the ship to the trams. It's flat. It's basically walking across the ocean. Um, but there's a really nice breeze. If you have booked it from the front of Magic Kingdom to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, it is a shorter walk than that. So, and if you can't make that distance, they do now, the day before you would get off on that island, you can go up to guest services and you can reserve a golf cart spot and they will drive you to the trams from the ship. So everyone is welcome on the island, but I know that that was getting some heat for like, quote, how long of a walk it was. And honestly, we just took it at a leisurely pace. My daughter kept kind of like peeking over the side of the rails because the water is shallow and trying to like spot fish. And then you get a really great view of the ship if you turn around. So make sure you do that. They also have a photo stop. If you have that photo package, stop and get your money's worth with the ship in the background.
All right, so that about does it for our intro to cruising. We have so much more to cover. So that's basically what we're going to label part 1, I guess. So, I mean, there's so much to do. There's so much to cover. There's so much to eat. So we're excited to look forward to that. So yeah, keep listening because part 2 will be coming out pretty shortly down the road. But I think that about does it for this episode for part 1. Until next time, be sure to follow us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram at Port Key Passport, where you can join us in the parks. We'll be going live real time. And we're probably going to be doing some fun polls, some contests, and there's a lot more coming down the road. So make sure you are definitely on our Facebook, because that's probably where we'll post the polls and contests and stuff like that. For assistance in planning your next adventure, especially a Disney cruise, be sure to let the experts at Port Key Vacations handle the hassle for you. Just visit portkeyvacations.com and fill out a quote request. And don't forget to request your favorite member of the Passport crew to be your personal advisor. We hope you enjoyed the show. You have earned your Introduction to Disney Cruise Lines Part 1 stamp.
Tricia, your foghorn.
Boop, 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 boop.
Yes.
That was great. Thank you.
Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, and TikTok. Just search the Port Key Passport. Drop us a line at passport@portkeyvacations.com. Listen and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Plan your next adventure by contacting your favorite Port Key Passport member at portkeyvacations.com. And don't forget to check out our sister podcast on the UUOP network, the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast, Russia Fear Halloween Horror Nights podcast, Taste of Universal, Universal Orlando Food podcast, and Theme Park Duo for West Coast news and updates.
Your passport, please.